Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. And welcome back to Pelion, South Carolina. Y'all, it's about 74 degrees Fahrenheit. It's supposed to get up to about 87 degrees today they're calling for. So it's going to be a nice, hot day today. Y'all, it is Friday. It's finally Friday. Y'all know, like old George Jones used to say, right? It's finally Friday, I'm free again. I got my motor running for a wild weekend. And finally Friday, I'm out of control. So forget the working blues and let the good times roll. All right, y'all. Well, let's let the good times roll and let's see what the worm wizards are into today. Ooh. Oh yeah, they're hanging out a lot on the edge of this lid here recently on this first bin. Now, let me get in here. Yeah, none of them look like they need saving at the moment, so I'm going to let that ride. Let's see. I can smell that coffee I put in there yesterday. Let's zoom in there. You can see the mites there on the avocado. There's a little red-brown mites on the avocado there. Let's see. Are there any on the coffee? Looks like there's a few on the coffee. They like the avocado more, apparently. Alright, moving along. Ooh, we got some here hanging out. Right there. Now, I didn't feed them any chicken feed yesterday because I was going to feed them. I wanted them to finish the chicken feed that I already had in there. Plus, I knew I was going to be feeding them coffee grounds and tea bags and coffee filters. So, but it don't look like they're messing with that stuff quite yet. Today, when I go in there, I'll probably take my hands and my fingers and rake the coffee around in the top right there and mix it in just a little bit. I don't want to mix it in too much, but just kind of scatter it out a little bit. Yesterday, I just kind of plopped it in the middle in a pile in each one. Today, I'll spread it out a little bit better. And just mix it into the top inch or so of the bedding. Hey, Aries. How's it going? You want to say hey to everybody? Wait, you can't get so close to me. You get so close to me, you can't say hey to nobody. Hope I ain't making nobody sick moving the camera around like this. All right, Aries. Let's see what the temperature is on the bedding today. Now she's going to go over there and check for mice. Okay. All right, well, the temp's rising. Oh, goodness. What, about 70, 77, y'all? Looks like about 77 degrees. We're going to call it. Hey, y'all, don't forget, if you like these videos, I'd appreciate it if you drop me a thumbs up or a comment down below. That really does help YouTube pick it up and recognize it and share it with other folks. Y'all know we're trying to grow the channel. Right now, we're at 1,657 subscribers. And y'all, we're on our way to our next goal of 2,500. We're going to try to get there by July 4th if we can. And when we get there, we're going to have a giveaway. I'm giving away 2 American Silver Eagles. That's right. That's 2 troy ounces of fine silver. And the giveaway is going to be open to everybody. We just got to get to 2,500 before we have it. So, if you would please, and if you're not subscribed, go on over there and click on that subscribe button and join our journey. Every day I post a video just like this of me checking on my red wiggler worms. And then I take a video of me tending to my blue lace red Wyandotte chickens. and feeding them usually and watering them. Yeah, that's the kind of thing you're into. Well, that's the kind of thing I do every day. And I take a video of it and bring you along on the journey. It's free, don't cost you nothing to subscribe. And it sure does help us grow, and I'd appreciate it. And thank you to y'all already out there that subscribed. I sure do appreciate it, y'all. Alright. And of course, if you need any red wiggler worms, man, I got the worms. I got worms, y'all. If you need any worms, let me know. If you need worms and you want to buy some, y'all, there's a description of these videos. If you go down in the description, I got a link posted there. That link, if you click on it, it'll take you over to our eBay store. And there, I sell quantities of 25 all the way up to 1,000. We sell the worm castings, and we even sell the worm leachate when we have it. But if you ain't into fishing with worms or gardening or composting or any of those things and you still want to help support the channel, you can just give it a thumbs up or maybe shoot us a comment down below. And that'd be great, y'all. We sure would appreciate it. Alright, without further ado, let me get my clean glove hands dirty and let's see. So I put the used coffee grounds and stuff right in the middle yesterday. So I'm just gonna go right in the middle and see what they look like. See if they're messing with the... Okay, not a whole lot there, no. I mean, there's a little activity, but... You know, what I'm going to do today... Let me back this up just a little bit. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to take this and just kind of... I'm just going to kind of scatter it around a little bit like that. Kind of finger it into the top layer right there like that. Now, I'm not going to dig it down in deep or nothing. Just take my fingers and kind of scratch the surface like that right there. Scatter it around a little bit. There we go. Just like that. That's what I'm going to do. Alright, let's dig in here. Okay, the bedding is a little warm to the touch. It's a little bit warmer than the ambient temperature. Oh yeah. Nice. Nice. And again, I'll scan in and look at it, but I don't anticipate there being a lot of huge activity. These tea bags they haven't got decomposed enough quite yet for the worms to really get interested in them. I bet if I pour that, after I get done with this video, if I put them tea bags over there and I pour that worm leachate in the pans underneath these bins back on top of them tea bags, I do that for a few days, them tea bags will get the way where them worms like it, and then they'll get at it. I bet. I can smell that coffee. Oh yeah. Alright, I'm going to do the... kind of mix the coffee grounds in there. Now I'm going to put the tea bags over here. Right here, like that right there. Let's see. Shake some more of that coffee off right there like that. Put the tea bags there. And I'm going to cover the whole thing up like this. Maybe that'll encourage those worms to get under there and get at them tea bags. There we go. Like that right there. That'll take me forever, y'all. Alright. This is what it's like every day. Well, not every day. I don't feed them coffee grounds, but about once every 2 to 3 weeks. Maybe once every month at the most. So I don't do this every day. But what I mean is, every day I do stuff kind of like this. I come in here and I check on the worms. I feed them sometimes and show you all that. You know. Or I come in here and I dig in the worm bins and check on them and see how they're looking. See how the population's going. See if I can find any worms breeding or cocoons. Although it's hard for me to see the cocoons because I ain't got good eyes. And I half the time forget to bring my glasses out here, so I can't Can't see anyways. Oh. Y'all already run. This video is already over 10 minutes long, and I ain't even halfway through the bins yet. Probably most of y'all already quit watching. I tell you, got that bamboo. Oh yeah, that reminds me, y'all. Don't forget, y'all, I've got Japanese timber bamboo on my eBay store also for sale. I've got at least 10 volunteers come up this year that I can dig up and prune and put in a box and mail to you. If you're interested in some Japanese timber bamboo. Although you should be aware that stuff's the running kind, the spreading kind. And if you don't put no barrier around it, it could, well, it will spread and go anywhere. Oh, look at them. Look at there. They're getting at, oh, they were getting at that piece of apple. Ugh, that putrid apple. Anyhow, though, it will run on you and spread. But that's why I got it. I got it for planting around my shed when I first built the shed, and I wanted to protect the soil from eroding away from the foundation I put in. And so I planted that bamboo around the shed, and I wanted it to spread. So I didn't try to put a barrier around it. But anyways, now I got plenty of bamboo if anybody needs any. I sure do got it. I sure do got it. All right. Let's do it right down in the middle there. The bedding is nice and warm feeling, so that's a little concerning. I don't want it to get a lot warmer. Although it's only in the upper 70s now. The worms, they're fine. Got lots of little ones. Oh goodness, what's going on over there? Aries, are you okay? Jeez Louise. She scared me, y'all. Well, I hope you caught that big fat rat or whatever, that lizard or whatever it is you hunting over there. Goodness gracious. Y'all, drop it in the comments below if it scared you too. Or just drop it in the comments. What do you think? Yeah, still got that apple there. Ooh, look at them wormies getting at that apple though. I like them once they get kind of putrid like this and kind of squishy. That's a word you don't want to hear when you're describing an apple. Squishy. Squishy. Yeah, don't think so. But look at there. Woo! That's where that apple was right there. Look at all them wormies. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, let's get on here. Oh, and that's another thing I wanted to tell y'all about coffee grounds that I've observed. Look at this. Now, I put these coffee grounds in there yesterday. All right, this is coffee grounds. And I poured the worm leachate over it. But y'all, these coffee grounds is dry. They're real dry. I mean, there ain't no moisture in them. They're real dry. The worms obviously don't like that dry stuff like that. The point of telling y'all this is when you put your used coffee grounds in your worm bin, make sure you wet them, or scatter them out and mix them in good with the bedding so they stay moist. Because if you pile them up like this in a pile, they get real dry and they stay dry and they're hard to keep wet and moist. So you probably need to mix them into the top of the bedding like that right there. Just a little bit. All right. Zoom in here. And see, look at that top layer. That top layer is mostly coffee there. And underneath, you got mushroom compost and worm castings. And you can tell the bedding's a little bit warmer. Yep. That's alright, though. That's alright. No sign that the worms don't like it, or they are uncomfortable yet. They're not jumping out the bin or anything, so I think we can safely say the worms are okay and they're comfortable. If they're uncomfortable, they'll let you know. One time, about 3 years ago now, maybe 4 years ago now, when I first got my first hungry bin, and I first started worm farming, man, I filled that thing up with food. I had so much food in that thing, and it got really hot. It got really hot in the middle. And let me tell y'all, when it gets hot, the worms will let you know. They'll jump out. They'll climb up on the side. You know how when I open the lids, a lot of times you see them climb up on the side like this? Well, they won't just climb up on the side. They'll go ahead and jump on out and land on the floor. It's like they're committing suicide. Because I guess it's just so hot and uncomfortable in the bin when you got that much food in there and so much composting going on. They don't like that. So, that's another reason you don't want to overfeed. You heat your bin up too much. If it gets too active, it heats it up too much. The worms don't like that. They can stand it up to, up to 80 or 90. I think they can even stand it close to 90, maybe. I haven't tested that theory yet. Don't take me at my word on that one quite yet. We're gonna find out together this year, but I'm guessing 85 or 90 would be the top end of the range. And I've already seen that I can get below. I've seen the worms below freezing out here, so I know that's all right. But anyhow, you don't want to get your bin too hot and active, because your worms will let you know if they get uncomfortable. They'll try to leave. Yep. Y'all, this one's running way too long. I bet ain't hardly none of y'all watched to the end. I bet ain't none of y'all watched to the end, I bet. Because it's too long, and I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't blame you if you're not watching. You got other things to do. You got people to see, places to go. You ain't got time to watch. You ain't got time to watch the Worm Wizard mess around with worms for 20 minutes out of your day. And I'm not being sarcastic, man. I'm being for real. Who got that kind of time to mess around and do stuff like that? Most people got important things to do. Not Lucas. Lucas out there playing in the shed, playing with his worms. Yep, look at them bugs. Them little red mites. I was talking with someone in the comments about possibly trying to get rid of them, or they were suggesting maybe I should look into getting rid of them, or trying to get rid of these mites because they're parasites. I mean, as long as they're not harming the worms. I mean, obviously, I don't want I don't want more than this in here. You don't want a whole bunch in there. So I'm trying to pick worms for orders and stuff, and I don't want to get a bunch of other bugs besides worms in my worm orders. So, I might sprinkle a little diatomaceous earth on it if it gets out of hand. But I think the way I'm going to control it is just try to dial back the amount of, is that a rock? I don't know what, I think that's a piece of wood or a rock or something. Anyhow, instead of trying to sprinkle diatomaceous earth or something on it, I think if you're overfeeding the bin, you get too many red mites, you just dial back how much you're feeding the bin, right? And so I'll just tailor my feeding. And if they get out of hand, I'll sprinkle a little diatomaceous earth on it. But I think it's all right, though, right there at the moment. I'm going to keep my eyes on it, and I'm going to observe it every day. And you guys can come along on the journey, too, if you wouldn't mind, and observe it with me. Let me know if you think it's getting out of hand. I'll be on standby with the diatomaceous earth to toss it on and see what we can do. Well, hey, y'all, if you made it this far, you already know it. I appreciate it, y'all. God bless you. And y'all come back now. You hear?